Hello students, good morning. So yesterday we talked about force and what actually is a force. We'll go through it once again and then we'll talk about the next topic. The force is basically a push or a pull on an object, and many different activities that we do in our day-to-day life are because of forces like kicking a ball, opening a door or a window, etc. We also talked yesterday about how force was necessary or how force can be applied and what is the requirement. So the first and foremost thing is the interaction of the two or more objects is required for the force to work on an object. So we have to interact with an object. For example, if we need to push a vehicle or we need to push an object, let's say a box or a table, so if we want to change its position, we have to interact with it in one way or another, either by using our hands or by using a rope. If we want to pull something, we can either use a rope or directly use our hands. But in any case possible, we have to interact with the object. Interaction is necessary. So that is the first and foremost thing. Now today's topic is quite important because we are talking about what force can do on an object. What are the changes that a force can bring in an object? So the topic for today is changes a force can do on an object. Now there are four different points. Out of this, the first 3 points are related to the motion of an object, and last one is not. So the first 3 points are related to the state of motion. I mean, which kind of state it is in. Either it is in rest or it is in motion. What kind of state it is in. So the first and foremost thing is it can change the state of motion by stopping the object in motion or making an object in motion if it is in rest. Okay, imagine a football. It is placed on the field. Now it is not moving. On the field, a football is placed. Now the player comes and then he kicks the football. Then the football will start moving. So initially the football was in rest position. It was stationary. It was not moving. But when the player applied the kick, it means he applied the force and then the object started moving and then the ball started moving. So the object was in rest and force made it in motion. So the first one is it can move the object which is in rest. And the second one is, let's say the same football was kicked towards the goal and the goalkeeper stops the football. The goalkeeper stops the football, he holds it in the hand. So he is applying the force. He is stopping the ball. So it can change the state of motion by stopping the ball, and it can make the object in motion if it is in rest. So from one simple example of football, we can understand 2 points, that if the object is in rest, force can make it in motion, and if the object is moving, force can make it stop. So we understood the first point, which is related to motion. The second point, it can change the direction of the moving object. Once again, we talk about, let's say, our favorite game, cricket. Bowler bowls the ball and the batsman hits the ball, but he applies the force in another direction. So basically by applying the force, by hitting the ball, he is changing the direction of the ball. So let's say that the bowler is bowling the ball towards the batsman and he applied the shot in this direction. So the ball was moving this way, but now it is moving that way because of the applied force. So force can also change the direction of the moving object. Force can change the direction of the moving object. The next one is it can change the speed of the moving object. Once again, if the object is slow and we apply the force from the backwards, it will start moving, or if the object is moving, we apply the force from the front, it will slow down. Simple. An object's speed can be changed because of the force. So these 3 points that we studied were regarding the motion of the object. Total there are 4 points, but the first 3 points, first, second and third, these 3 points are regarding the motion. I will repeat once again. If the object is moving, the force can make it stop. If the object is in rest, it can make it in motion. The force can stop the moving object, and force can make an object in rest, it is in motion. The second one is it can change the direction of the moving object, and the last one, the third one, it can change the speed of the moving object. So these 3 points are regarding the motion of an object. But the fourth one, it says that it can bring a change in the shape of an object. So if you apply enough force, you can change the shape of an object. We already know that. Now this has nothing to do with the motion. Let's say you have a balloon. If you apply enough force, the balloon is going to burst. So you have changed the shape of an object. Or let's say you are making dough from the flour. So once you add the water, you might have seen your mom making chapatis. So when she adds water and make different shapes of balls before making the chapati, and while applying the force, she can change the shape of the ball and make that ball into a round shaped chapati. So by applying enough force, you can change the shape of an object. I repeat once again, by applying enough force, you can change the shape of an object. So up till now we have studied 4 points regarding the changes a force can do on an object. So the first 3 points were regarding the motion, and the last one for the shape of an object. Next time we will continue about the types of forces. Have a good day.